Okay, I'm Neil Heimsoth and my wife Marilyn. We're from Coal Camp down in Benton County. And in 1989, Coal Camp celebrated their 150th anniversary. And in honor of that, they decided to publish a book. It was originally intended to be just a 24-page booklet of Low German sayings. They had monthly meetings and they would throw out a subject and ask people to tell stories in Low German about this subject. Home remedies, farming practices, whatever. They collected all those, had quite a collection, and they turned it over to an individual named Bob Owens, Robert Owens. He was a native of Coal Camp, a retired colonel from the U.S. Army, and was there on his retirement. Bob took that information and the translations of it and produced this 365-page book, which was a little bit more than they had intended. But it's a wonderful book, and it starts way back in the beginning with the Germanic tribes in northern Germany, where our roots are, and then it goes on into how they got here, why they came to America, and that was an interesting story in itself. Primarily because the country they came from in North Germany was as flat as this tabletop. And I always get a kick out of people who say, well, they settled here because it looked just like the country they left. And I always say, well, does that mean they looked all over Missouri? And they said, no, Benton County's, that's what it looks like home. No, it didn't work that way. But the land they came from was covered with peat moss. In the late 1700s, the German government told the people, if you dig the peat moss off, you can have the land. And I'm getting off the subject here. Anyway, that's a long story, but we published this book. We're very proud of it. It covers all sorts of things like the churches, farming practices, home remedies. It's just a collection of things, the way things were done in the old days, and which will soon be lost.
Let me ask, for those who don't know, what is Low German?
Low German is a separate language. It's not referred to as a dialect. It's actually a language of its own. It's one of the root languages of English. It was spoken in northern Germany. Martin Luther actually translated a Bible into Low German. The word low does not mean, it's not a derogatory term. It means a flat land. And it's close to what is spoken in Holland and those countries. Quick example. I said it's a root language of English. In High German, Hochdeutsch, the word for school is Schule, and it's spelled S-C-H-U-L-E. In Low German, the word for school is School, and it's spelled S-C-H-O-O-L, exactly as it is in English.
And I'm wondering, your passion for this is pretty evident here, and it's compelling. But I'm going to ask Marilyn, have you shared this passion, or is this something that Neil has sort of brought you along on?
No, I spoke Low German as a kid, so I learned the language from home. And I just enjoy now how unique the language is. And like Neil and I like to talk, little phrases in Low German to each other.
Okay.
She is much more fluent in Low German than I am. I had almost lost it, and till we got married, and she is so fluent in it. Her and her sisters, all of them, they speak Low German better than they do English. No, not really. But Marilyn was a high school teacher in Colt Camp, very well educated, and we have a lot of fun to this day with our Low German.
Why don't you give us a few phrases?
Yes.
A few phrases.
A few phrases in Low
That
German.
poem.
Marilyn, you say, you're the better at it than I am.
She wanted you to say that poem.
Well, that poem was De wind de waait, de haan de kraait, de hond de bit weedight. Silly little poem. Means the wind it blows, the rooster crows, the dog bites until it hurts.
Okay. Well, that's all true. And then, so Marilyn, would you sign off from this great little interview here in Low German, if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Jeez.
You know another one of those?
I probably do, but I'm on the spot. I have a hard time thinking.
Or maybe just,
Wait.
okay.
Find one real quick back there.
Rhymes and things.
I know there's many back here that I would know, but
Just any of them.
here's the one you just did. I just gotta find a short one.
That Monk Nick.
Yeah, hier kommt Mäuschen.
That is neat platters.
Oh, what is that? That's High German? Yeah.
What she was
Erase-
starting to read.
Erase
let me-
that one.
There's a little saying that they used to say in High German. My mother always did it. She would go up a kid's arm. Hier kommt Mäuschen, kriegt ins Häuschen, was will suchen, Kaffeekuchen. And it means, it's High German, means here comes the mouse, what is he looking for? Coffee cake. My mother's mother was from Austria, a small group of Austrians settled in Morgan County. Marilyn and I went to Austria. I found my relatives over there. Gattermeyer was their name. I told them that story and they said, oh yeah, we know that. Same thing.
Well, thank you very much.
Hurry, read just one. Read any of them, Marilyn. I'm sorry.
Ik ben gewoon bestoren, ik preid me wat van. Wenn ik niet meer preiden kan, dan stik ik mijn piep aan. En wenn ik niet meer piepen kan, dan vang ik van voorwelle aan. And that's in English is, I am the Reverend Pastor and preach something to you. When I can't preach anymore, I will light my pipe. And when I can't smoke anymore, then I'll start at the beginning again. Just nonsense.